Hi guys, Dino here. Coming up on today's video, chat about obviously today's racing, very interesting racing at Newmarket, the big race at Newcastle, our tip, and there was something about Ian O'Brien. It's all coming up right after this. Guys, Dino here. Welcome back to my racing channel. Good to have you all here. Hope everyone's staying safe and everyone's healthy, and we're all doing the social distancing still. Before we get on to the video, any new subscribers out there, let's hit that red button. Let's hit that bell. You'll get all my videos, all notification of when they do eventually come out. Now, on to the video. I think that's probably been our hardest day yet for winners. Whether it be at Newmarket, whether it be at Newcastle. That has to be the hardest day yet. I know we're only back in 4 days, but that's the hardest day yet to get winners. Without doubt. Whether you're picking them at Newcastle or whether you're picking them at Newmarket. Especially at Newmarket because there was a lot of first time runners here. A lot of maiden races. And it was tough. All the big guns were there, as I said. You know, your Gosdens and Haggises and Charlie Appleby's, and they were all there. Buick was all back. Ryan Moore was there, etc. Frankie was there. So, yeah, a lot of good horses on display from what we've seen. But before we get there, I have to kick off with the tip. I have no idea what is happening here. No idea. Newcastle, okay, it's on the all-weather. Okay, we can understand that it's on the sand. It's over 6 furlongs. But there's only one reason only, that Ali or Ali has finished 8th. There's only one reason. There can't be any other reason for it. It's ran a stinker. It's won Group 2s. How you can finish 8th. It's only got 9 stone 5 on his back. Its rating, okay, is 111. It is the best horse in the race. But you can't take nothing away for the winner, and you can't take nothing away for the second. Especially the second, which was the favourite and was absolutely flying at the end, and was probably a bit unlucky, to be honest, and probably should have won the race. I did say yesterday it was probably the favourite we had to beat, but after seeing that, that was an absolute shocker from ALA. Absolute shocker to finish 8th. It's got beat 6.5 lengths, and if I'm being totally honest, I felt really comfortable before the race. But then I knew 2.5 furlongs out wasn't going to win. I just knew it wasn't. I don't know if it just wasn't travelling that well. Not that the jockey Sylvester de Souza was pushing along, but just didn't look comfortable enough. I don't know. It just didn't. There's only one reason, and the one reason, as far as I'm concerned, is it's obviously nowhere near fit. But in the same breath, if it's nowhere near fit, you've put it into a Group 3, as in I'm talking about Simon Crisford. He's put it into a Group 3. Why would you put it into a Group 3? I know it's ran in Group 2s, but he's put it into a Group 3. Surely, if he knows that horse is nowhere near fit, surely he should be putting it into a different race. Or surely he shouldn't be running it at all. I know they've had to get runners out, a lot of if not all of the trainers, to get a run into them. But it's a wee bit, in my opinion, you're kidding the public a little bit by doing that. So I was really disappointed. And I mean, it did. It started off at 92 and came into 3 to 1. So probably a lot of money went on that. And it's ran an absolute stinker of a race. Disappointed. Absolutely so disappointed with it. But Dubai Station, again, the man of the moment on the sand, Ben Curtis. Again, Carl Buck. The man's good with his 5 furlongs and 6 furlongs. But I did feel that the favourites flying, absolutely flying at the death. And to me, he should have won it. Should have won it. But in saying that, I really thought ALA should have won. And it's just ran an absolute stinker. Absolute stinker. I wouldn't be surprised to find out after the race if there was something wrong with, maybe done a blood vessel or something, but certainly ran an absolute stinker. So, not happy at all. At all. But if we look into some of the other races, especially at Newmarket, and here was the Newmarket, this was a 115. I would probably take it that a lot of you's seen this. Sacred, Willie Haggis, James Doyle, just sat in behind the front runner, pulled out about a furlong out, came through, won it there, a length and a 3/4, almost 2 lengths. Pretty good horse. And that, again, along with Sardinia Sunset, they will come on bundles. Absolutely bundles. So, yet another one to put on the notebook is Sacred, Willie Haggis, James Doyle. That'll certainly be going places. It certainly won't be running a Class 5 again. Certainly won't be running a 4 or a 3. So that'll probably get put up to probably a 2, Class 2 race, maybe a Class 1, and then see how it goes for there. But another good horse to put in the notebook at Newmarket today. The next race that we're going to look at is the 150 at Newmarket. Eye of Heaven, Mark Johnson, Frankie Dettori. This got basically backed right off the boards before the race. I think at one point it was sitting at 15 to 8. It came right into even money. In that race, I fancied Tactical, which, if you look at the race again, he's made his run, tried to go, I don't know if it was a horse didn't want to go through the gap, but it went to go through the gap, and in my opinion, wouldn't have been far away from winning it, and it just got shut off by, I think it was Vedute, I think we call it, in 4th. That just came across it a wee bit, and the horse, because it's a 2-year-old, is taking a wee bit of a fright and just sort of went, oh, hold on a minute. Can't take anything away for the winner. Eye of Heaven, good horse. Frankie Dettori, Mark Johnson. Frankie had a terrible day yesterday at Kempton, but he came out with a winner here for Mark Johnson. It's won by 3/4 of a length, and again, that'll come on bundles, so that's probably another one to put in the notebook. That certainly won't be running on a Class 5, not even a Class 4 or a Class 3. So yeah, Tactical, I would take out the race as well. Zamani in 5th. That needs a further distance than 5 mile. I think it's bred to do a mile and 2. So again, that's been put in the race. Probably just get a run into it, and that'll come on bundles as well. But Eye of Heaven, Tactical, and probably Zamani are the ones to take out of that race. Next race we look at is going to be the 225. And the one that I sort of quite liked in this one was Magical Land, Charlie Appleby and William Buick. Cost 400,000 guineas. A lot of money. And I think the only reason this got beat is because it was drawn, I think it was drawn 2 on the outside, and as we've seen, there wasn't an awful lot of horses coming up on the outside that were winning. There was a lot of horses on the inside, especially on the rail, that were hanging onto that rail and were coming through and winning, if not leading. But Magical Land, definitely one to put in the notebook. And again, the annoying thing as well, I don't know if this annoys a lot of you, ladies and gents, but Tactical, the race before, was Andrew Baldwin and Oisin Murphy, which I feel, if it had went through that gap, would have won it. Comes out the next race and wins, same jockey, same trainer, and wins the next race at 25 to 1. Unbelievable. Back in 3rd was Existent, John Gosden, Frankie Dettori. Again, another good race, interesting race. It was a lot of the races at Newmarket today were very, very interesting. You just see what was getting put on the table from all of the races. And as I've picked out 2 or 3 there, there's a lot of good horses that will come on for this and will go on to bigger and better things. And Magical Land will certainly be going on to bigger and better things. It certainly won't be running a Class 5 again. That'll probably go into your Class 1 and probably further, in my opinion. So another good race to look at. And finally, we'll look at the 3 o'clock, which was at Newmarket. And again, Charlie Appleby, William Buick, Creative Force. Yep, won it quite convincingly, in my opinion. 72 Creative Force by Charlie Appleby. William Buick, as I said, travelled quite well on the rail, never came off the rail, and has won the race. So again, if you look at a lot of these races, the horses that have won the races have either been on the rail or just been off the rail. Ones that have been wider out, I don't know what it's been, but it's, especially with 2-year-olds, it's maybe been because they've been, out there on their own. But the rail and just probably the second train track, if you want to put it, there, that was a position to be in. But another good horse, another good one to put in the notebook, Creative Force. Don't know how far this will go. I didn't think that was a potentially strong race, but Creative Force certainly comes out. It will come on bundles from it. Again, you look in second, Imperial Force, Andrew Baldwin, O'Sheen Murphy, which I thought was, I wouldn't say was unlucky, but it's run a good race. And back in third, John Gosden and Frankie Dettori again. So I thought it was really, really interesting and good racing at Newmarket. Newcastle was Newcastle. The way it's been all week, it's been tough to get winners here. A lot of big winners coming out of that, out of today from Newcastle. There was a couple of decent horses that you could have picked. But that's the way racing is. It's just kicked off again on Monday. So as I say, we're going to have to wait for, a couple of weeks just to see how the horses are after their first race and progress after that. Alright? But I don't know if, maybe a lot of you can maybe drop me a comment and let me know about this, but I just caught it right at the last on the telly. I can't remember if it was at the races or Racing UK. But I heard something in the region of Aidan O'Brien was taking 4 horses, or 4 horses weren't running for Aidan O'Brien. Now, I don't know if it was in one of the Guineas races or if it was 4 horses just in any of the races. But I definitely heard something. He was either not bringing 4 over, or the 4 that were over here ain't running. So anybody that knows anything about it, drop me a wee comment and let me know. Because I've had a look on certain sites and I can't find anything. So it was obviously just breaking news that came out, and I think it was at the races it came across and mentioned it. And all I caught was 4 horses Aidan O'Brien. So it looks like he's going to have 4 horses either out of one of the Guineas races or they're not coming over. Drop me a comment, let me know. On to tomorrow, which is big weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is when it really, really starts. And we'll go into the, first of all, the 225 at Newmarket tomorrow. 6 furlongs, Group 3, Class 1 for 3-year-olds. Not for 3-year-olds, 3-year-olds and up, sorry. Brando, class horse of the race, coming in at 11.8 at the moment. Then you've got Oxted. Don't really know an awful lot about Oxted, to be quite honest. Then we've got Keystroke, 5-1. And again, you've only got 7 runners in there. Obviously, you can't put it each way. But if we were going to pick one, it's a toughie. Any of the top 3 could win that. Any of the top 3 could win it. I'm not going to do a tip for this race, but if I was, I would probably end up picking Brando, to be quite honest. It's got the best form in the races out of the horses, in my opinion. So yeah, 3 good races tomorrow. 225 at Newmarket, Brando. It'll be interesting because Oxted is a very good horse. So is Keystroke. Running big races, the 3 of them. So just keep an eye on that race, see what you think. And as I say all the time, ladies and gents, bet sensibly when you're having a bet. Alright, so that's that one. The 3 o'clock at Newmarket tomorrow. Another big race. This is a listed race over the mile. And I think Sangrias, we all know, that'll be very, very hard to beat, in my opinion. But the Arge is back. But you would like to think, going into these big races, there's a lot at stake. Yeah, it's not a Guineas, etc., or Group 3s or whatever. It's just a listed race, which is a good race. There is probably a couple in here that could probably give Sangria a fright. But I think if Sangria pulls out its proper form, I don't think anything will touch it, to be quite honest. But again, I would probably put that down as one of the tips for tomorrow. Sangria in the 3 o'clock at Newmarket. Certainly not ruling out Lord Tennyson or Escobar. Definitely not. Century Dreams even got really decent form. But again, as we've seen today, it's all about fitness. If they're fit, then you would think the big guns, if they've got them fit, they'll be there or thereabouts. Frankie Dettori, John Gosden on Lord Tennyson, and you've got Daniel Tudhope on David O'Meara's Escobar. Alright, but one of the tips for tomorrow is Sangria. I think that will win tomorrow. It will certainly be hard to beat. But again, we'll watch that and see how it goes. And then the last race is obviously the big race of the day. The Coronation Cup Group 1. Over 1.5 miles. This is a very, very interesting one, this one. 1.5 miles. Look at the horses in it. Absolutely spectacular horses. Gaiath ran a few times in France. We all know about its engine. Defoe, we know Defoe likes to sit in behind and come with a late rattle. And we all know about Stradivarius, Frankie Dettori and John Gosden. I think that maybe likes to go a little bit further. But can you rule it out of this? Absolutely not. Definitely not. So the winner, in my opinion, am I ruling out Anthony Van Dyke? Not really. But it's going to have to go some to beat Stradivarius and Gaiath, if I'm being honest. And it's not often, if I see Stradivarius in a race, that I would go against it. But I'm going to go against it, and I'm going to go with Gaiath in this race. It's had a run, which we'll have a little look at. I'll just pull this over to the centre here. And again, remember I mentioned to everyone about your Dubawis and Galileos, sires, etc. Look at the sire here. Look at the pedigree of this horse. Sire's Dubawi and the damn sire's Galileo. What a pedigree. Honestly, goodness, a perfect pedigree. There's its run in Maidan. February, obviously just before the lockdown over here. But if you look at its other races, it's not won them all. But it's in Group 1s, Group 1s, Group 1s, Group 2s, Group 3s. And it's won a couple. It's been third in a Group 1. It's been first in a Group 1 there. Group 2 it was first. Group 3 it was first. So it's a class horse with a big engine. And I expect Gaiath either to lead this or to just sit in behind the leader. And then take it from there, probably a couple of furlongs out, 2.5 out, and push on again. Alright. So that, we know the form of Defoe, we know the form of Stradivarius, Anthony Van Dyke, we know the script with that one. But yeah, I think the winner's coming out of they 3 at the top, and I'm going to go with Gaiath to win the 335 tomorrow. Alright, so there's 2 tips for us tomorrow, ladies and gents. Let's hope it's better than Ali today, which I'm honestly really disappointed. Really disappointed. Yes, I had a bet on it. Obviously betting sensibly, as always. And I really did think that had a really big chance. But oh dear. Poor performance from it. Poor performance. And I can only put it down to lacky fitness. Total lacky fitness. Alright. So that's everything for the channel at the moment. I hope you have all had a good week. But racing's only beginning. It's only beginning now. Friday, Saturday and Sunday is going to be really good racing. We've just got a wee taste of it this week. And don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Long may it continue. And hopefully it's only going to get better. Alright. You all stay safe. Stay cool. And let's hope we can get a couple of winners tomorrow. Take care. See you all soon.